Have you ever noticed that the less you care about something, the more someone else seems to care about it? Today we're going to talk about a quirky idea that could change your love life. What if giving up the chase makes you more desirable? Today we're going to talk about a fascinating mix of modern relationship dynamics and ancient Stoic wisdom. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being emotionally independent and focusing on our own growth. It also says that the less we look for approval from others, the more it comes to us. This may seem counterintuitive, but research and personal stories show that people who are hard to get are often sought after. In this video, we'll show you how to master the art of strategic detachment to improve your appeal and your own peace of mind. Stay tuned as we find out if this Stoic approach to relationships can help your personal life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting material on how ancient philosophy can help you deal with modern problems. Show her you have other priorities. Focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't is a key idea in Stoicism. Using this in your relationships, especially with women, will make you much more attractive. Instead of constantly looking for approval and attention, which can make you seem needy or desperate, showing your independence sends a strong message. Women naturally like men who have lives and interests outside of relationships. If you're not always available and sometimes ignore her, it shows that you are fully involved in other things that make you happy. Focusing on your hobbies, personal growth, and passions shows that you are independent and able to handle yourself, which are qualities that women naturally find attractive. Think about a man who loves mountain climbing. On the weekends, he spends time exploring new trails, getting better at the sport, and enjoying the solitude and challenge of nature. When he talks about these experiences, he doesn't just tell a story, he shows a life that is full and vibrant with or without her. This shows that he can take care of himself, which indirectly suggests that he would be a supportive and balanced partner if the relationship grows. Men show emotional strength by choosing who they pay attention to and not letting outside approval change their plans. They don't drop everything at the first sign of interest from a woman. Instead, they stick to their priorities and commitments, building a connection based on mutual respect and admiration. This is in line with the Stoic idea of being steadfast and resilient, not swayed by external validation. Ignoring a woman when done with the right intentions shows maturity, confidence, and self-assurance, all of which make a man more attractive. It's not about manipulating her. It's about keeping your inner strength and focus. By doing this, you create an air of mystery and challenge, which can be very attractive. Remember, the goal isn't to make her feel unimportant, just to show that you value your own life and interests. Being independent and involved at the same time can lead to a deeper, more meaningful connection where both partners value and accept each other's uniqueness. 2. Emphasize the value of your time. Ignoring a woman for a while can show that you value your time and have other things that are more important to you. This kind of behavior shows a strong sense of self-respect and worth, which can be very attractive. When a woman calls you while you're busy with something like a project or hanging out with friends, you could politely tell her you're busy, but will get back to her later. This shows that you have your own life and responsibilities and aren't just waiting around for her call. It also shows that you're confident enough to wait until she understands and appreciates the value of your time by not putting her needs and goals ahead of everything else. In turn, you earn her respect and admiration. Also, think about a work-related situation. You're in the middle of a project that needs your full attention, and someone calls or texts you. You decide to answer during your break or after finishing a big part of your work. When you do, you can say, "I was in the middle of a project and wanted to give it my full attention. How can I help you now?" This shows that you are dedicated to your work and that you value your responsibilities over casual interactions, using Stoic ideas and concepts. If you don't try too hard to please others, you keep your inner peace and personal integrity. This not only makes you more attractive, but it also leads to a healthier, more balanced relationship where both people value and respect each other's time and boundaries. By valuing your time, you set a standard for how others should treat you, and you become a man of substance who isn't easily swayed or distracted. This strength of character is incredibly attractive and can make women want to be with you because they know they need to earn a place in your life rather than being given to them. So the next time you feel like dropping everything for her, remember your worth and act in a way that shows it. By doing this, you not only boost your self-respect, but it also makes you more attractive, which leads to healthier, more balanced relationships. Exude confidence and self-assurance. Being sure of yourself and having confidence are important traits that can make every part of your life better. Being confident means that you not only believe in your own skills, but also trust and respect others. This trait makes it easier to get along with others, work, and have personal ties. Knowing your worth and abilities inside and out gives you self-confidence, which lets you face difficulties with a calm and positive attitude. Body language that is good. How you stand. Keep your shoulders back and your head high. This position not only makes you look more sure of yourself, but it also makes you feel more sure of yourself. Eye contact. Look the person in the eyes steadily while you talk. It shows that you are interested and sure of yourself in the conversations you have. Hand movements. Make hand gestures that are open and clear. Crossing your arms or fidgeting can be signs that you are worried or uncomfortable. How to communicate. Well, clear and assertive speech. Be sure to speak clearly and firmly. To be heard, don't use filler words like or and raise your voice. Active listening. Show that you care about what other people have to say by listening carefully and answering with care. It not only helps you get along with others, but it also makes you feel more confident in talks. Getting ready and knowing. Learn about the subject. Whether you're giving a talk, going to a meeting, or just having a casual chat, knowing a lot about the subject makes you feel more confident. Practice. Go over important talks or presentations again and again. It will make you look and feel more confidence if you know more about the subject. Self-care and grooming for yourself. Dress right. Choose clothes that make you feel good about yourself and at ease. Getting dressed right for the event makes you feel better about your confidence. Healthy lifestyle. To live a healthy life, you should work out regularly, eat well and get enough sleep. A person's mental security is greatly affected by their physical health. Self-talk and a positive mindset statements. To boost your sense of self-worth, use positive statements. Think about your skills and the things you've done well in the past. Ask for help. Negative thoughts. Be aware of and fight negative thoughts or self-doubt. Change your negative thoughts into helpful and positive ones to feel more secure. Focusing on these 5 areas will help you feel more confident and sure of yourself in many areas of your life, which will lead to better relationships that are both satisfying and successful. In the world of Stoicism, confidence and self-assurance are 2 of the most attractive traits a man can have. These traits aren't just about how a man looks. They come from his inner strength and sense of his own worth. Men of high value who don't care about women show that they know their own worth and won't settle for less. This behavior shows that he is in control of his emotions, which is a key idea in the Stoic philosophy that stresses the importance of staying calm and logical. For example, John is a man who lives by Stoic principles. He knows that his value doesn't come from eternal validation, but from his character and virtues. When he meets a woman, he doesn't immediately seek her approval or chase after her affection. Instead, he stays calm and collected, showing patience and self-respect. John is taking care of his own mental and moral health by not worrying too much about winning her love. This method lets John carefully choose when and how to interact with women. He doesn't let short-lived feelings or shallow appeals affect his decisions about relationships. Instead, he bases them on mutual respect and shared values. He chooses to ignore a woman who doesn't see his worth. He is patient and has a lot of respect for himself. Women are often drawn to this kind of behavior because they find him confident and mysterious. Keeping discipline and setting limits, even if he knows he has limits, can give a man an even more attractive aura that makes women want to be with him even more. The fact that John doesn't give in to outside pressures and sticks to his own beliefs are qualities that women find very beautiful. In some, it shows that he is a man of substance who is hard to persuade or control. Stoicism teaches that real confidence comes from within. When a man stops thinking too much about women and works on improving his own virtues and emotional intelligence, he becomes more attractive on his own. Women are drawn to men who are strong, stable, and have a deep understanding of their own worth. By embracing Stoic principles and putting self-respect and inner peace first, men can become magnetic figures that inspire admiration and attraction. So remember that as you go through life and relationships, let go of the need for external validation and focus on nurturing your own virtues. When you do this, you will find that not only do women chase after you, but you will also feel more fulfilled and content in your own life. Demonstrate independence. When a woman feels like you're not too interested in her or desperately trying to get her attention, it can make you more interesting to her. This is because making some distance adds a sense of mystery that can be very attractive, appeals to our natural curiosity. When we don't get the reaction we expect from someone, we often think there's more to their behavior. In other words, when someone we're interested in seems to ignore us, our desire to understand their reasons can grow. Let's say you're talking to a woman who gives mixed signals instead of responding right away or looking for her approval. Step back. You don't have to be rude or dismissive, but you should show that you have a life outside of hers and aren't only thinking about her. By doing this, you show that you value your time and space, which can be very attractive. Watch how she reacts. If she starts to seek your attention or interact with you more, it could mean that your absence has made her more curious and interested in you. Ignoring her could show how independent and sure of yourself you are, making her feel like she has something valuable and interesting to offer you in return. This way of thinking comes from Stoic philosophy, which says that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. By not over-investigating, you show that your happiness and sense of self-worth don't depend on outside factors but come from within. To put it simply, when you stop caring so much about what a woman thinks or how she reacts, you gain power. This doesn't mean you should be cold or indifferent. It means you should have a balanced approach to relationships. When you value your independence, you naturally earn respect and attraction. Women are drawn to men who are confident and independent because it shows that you are strong and capable. When you work with women, using Stoic ideals means you know how important self-control and emotional strength are. When you show that you can stay calm and independent no matter what's going on around you, it shows that you have a lot of inner strength. Remember that independence doesn't mean being alone. It means being self-reliant and emotionally stable. It means showing that you have your own life interests and goals, and while you're open to sharing them with someone special, you're not dependent on their attention for your happiness. This attitude is very attractive because it shows that you're mature and well-rounded. So the next time you're too focused on getting a woman's attention, remember the Stoic principle of independence and show her that you have your own life and aren't desperately seeking her approval will not only make you more attractive, but it will also help you be the best version of yourself. Trust your inner strength and let your independence show through. Create intrigue. Making people interested in what you're saying is an important skill that will get and keep their attention. To intrigue, you need to make people curious and make them want to know more. This method works well in many situations, such as telling a story, marketing something, teaching, and just having a normal talk. You can make your messages more interesting and memorable by adding elements of secret, surprise, and anticipation. Begin with a hook. A hook is a starting sentence that is meant to get people's attention right away. For example, start with an interesting story, a fact that will surprise you, or a question that will make you think. Implementation. Make the hook fit the interests of your audience and the purpose of your message. Make people nervous. To keep people interested, suspense means delaying the ending of a story or piece of information. For example, tease important points without giving away everything at once. How it's done. Say things like, "I'll tell you more about that in a moment," or even, "Stay tuned for the big reveal." Make your descriptions vivid, Detailed details paint pictures in your readers' minds that make your message more interesting. For example, to paint a picture or make someone feel something, use descriptive words. Step 1. Give detailed descriptions of sets, characters, or situations to help people picture and feel what you're saying. Unanswered questions should be included. Question marks that aren't answered leave the viewers wanting more information. For instance, you could ask questions that will be answered later in the talk or show. Implementation. Put questions in a way that makes people curious and gets them involved. Use a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger is a sudden finish that makes people want to know what happens next. For example, leave a mystery or unresolved problem at the end of a segment. Use cliffhangers at the end of parts, chapters, or presentations to keep people interested and make sure they come back for more. With these methods, you can keep people interested in what you have to say by making it interesting. Remember that the key to making people interested is to give them just the right amount of information, while also keeping some things from them to keep them wanting more. This method not only makes your conversation more interesting, but it also makes your message more powerful overall. A man who purposely ignores a woman is playing on her natural need to feel wanted and appreciated. This can make her want to chase after him even more. Research indicates that women are often attracted to men who aren't easily won over and who maintain an air of mystery. By not constantly seeking her attention, a man demonstrates that he is self-sufficient and not desperate for her approval. This is a clear reflection of Stoic teachings, where one's worth is not dependent on external validation. For example, think about Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. He believed in focusing on his duties and responsibilities, rather than seeking praise or attention from others similarly. When man refrains from constantly trying to win a woman's favor, he shows that he has a life filled with purpose and goals, independent of her validation. This behavior is attractive because it signals strength and self-assurance qualities that women find intriguing. Moreover, by maintaining a bit of mystery, a man can rejuvenate a relationship that has grown monotonous. Introducing an element of intrigue can rekindle a woman's interest and add excitement to their connection. Think of it as a way to keep the spark alive. When a woman doesn't know what to expect, she's more interested in what he's going to do next. Stoic advice also teaches us about the power of moderation and restraint. While it's important to be interesting, it's also important to find the right balance. Ignoring her for too long might lead her to lose interest or feel neglected. The key is to be unpredictable in a measured way. Show interest in affection, but don't make it your primary focus. By doing so, you maintain your own identity and values, which are core tenets of Stoicism. Let's consider a practical situation. You're in a long-term relationship, and things have started to feel routine. By occasionally stepping back and allowing some space, you can rekindle the excitement and anticipation in your relationship. This doesn't mean you withdraw affection or become cold, but rather you introduce moments of absence that make her miss you and appreciate your presence more when you're together. This strategy can be particularly effective in today's world, where constant communication is the norm. By not being readily available, you stand hand out from the crowd and demonstrate that you have a life beyond the relationship. In essence, by adopting this approach, you embody the Stoic ideal of being in control of your emotions and actions. You are not reacting impulsively, but responding thoughtfully, creating an environment where she feels compelled to chase after you. Remember, the goal is not to play games or manipulate, but to genuinely embrace a Stoic mindset where you find fulfillment within yourself. When you do this, you naturally create an aura of intrigue and confidence that draws others to you, making them more eager to be a part of your life. Activate her pursuit instinct. Using a woman's pursuit instinct by ignoring her is an important part of human contact, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. Using a woman can be a powerful way to trigger this instinct, making her more interested in you. This may seem counterintuitive, but it fits with our evolutionary history. Our ancestors relied on the hunt and the chase to survive and reproduce. These primal drives have changed over time, but they still affect our subconscious behaviors. When we find something new or desirable, our instinct is to pursue it until we get it. This idea also works for attracting women. By putting some distance between you and her and sparking her chase instinct, you encourage her to close the gap and move closer to you. For example, if someone texts or messages you all the time, it might be flattering at first, but after a while, it can get annoying, and you may even lose interest. This is called intermittent reinforcement, and it means that unpredictable rewards keep us more interested than consistent ones. Women often find this unpredictability intriguing and exciting, preferring it over a predictable, steady emotional connection. By maintaining your own emotional balance and not overly chasing after a woman, you not only protect your peace of mind but also become more attractive to her. She starts to take you for granted, assuming that you will always be there. However, if you focus on your own goals, hobbies, and social life, and occasionally decline her invitations because you are genuinely busy, she will start to see you in a different light. She'll begin to wonder what you're up to and why you're not always available, which can make her more interested and invested in pursuing you. Think of it like this: Stoicism stresses the importance of staying calm and not letting outside events affect our inner peace. If you're always looking for approval from a woman, you're letting her actions control your peace of mind. By taking a step back and not being available all the time, you reclaim your power and show that your happiness doesn't depend on her attention alone. In conclusion, appealing to a woman's pursued instinct by not being available all the time is in line with Stoic principles. It helps you maintain your self-respect and emotional stability while making you more attractive. Remember to focus on your own life and let her come to you. This will give you an air of mystery and independence, both of which are highly attractive traits. This way of thinking not only fits with Stoic wisdom, but it also makes your interactions healthier and more balanced. You're not desperate for attention. It's easy to feel like you need to get respect and approval from other people in today's highly connected world. There is sometimes a need to be noticed right away in social media, the workplace, and even personal relationships. But it's important to remember that you are useful and worthy, even if you don't constantly look for approval from other people. You're not desperate for attention is a good way to remind yourself of a healthy self-image and support real connections over superficial ones. This lesson will go over some important ideas that will help you adopt this way of thinking and talk to people with kindness and confidence. Learn to describe your own self-worth. Your worth comes from within and doesn't depend on other people's attention or support. Know your skills, what you've accomplished, and the things that make you special. Tip: tell yourself nice things every day. Every day, remind yourself of one good thing about yourself or something you've done. Develop your inner confidence. Confidence comes from inside. Instead of looking for approval from other people, work on having a lot of faith in yourself. Tip: make goals for yourself and enjoy when you reach them. A sense of self-confidence grows when you reach your goals. Foster real connections. Instead of shallow relationships based on attention-seeking habits, try to build relationships that mean something. Real relationships are more satisfying and last longer. Tip: listen actively and show that you are interested in what other people have to say. Better relationships are ones where both people respect and understand each other. Amount social media influence. The need for attention can get stronger through social media. Pay attention to how it makes you feel about yourself and try to keep a good balance. Set times to use social media and focus on things you can do offline that make you happy and content. Self-compassion. Being kind to yourself is practiced. Accept the things that make you flawed and know that everyone has doubts. Self-compassion makes you less dependent on approval from other people. Tip: when you want to get someone's attention, think about how you feel and take care of yourself instead. Adopting these principles will help you communicate and connect with others in a better, more satisfying way, based on self-respect and real connection. Focusing on what you can control is very important in Stoicism. You can't change how other people respond, but you can change how you act and think. Women are attracted to men just like everyone else. Who follow this principle? Men who are sure of themselves don't need outside approval. By not trying too hard to get a woman's approval, you show that you are self-sufficient and happy with your own life. This makes you more attractive because it shows emotional strength and resilience. Here are some examples of how to ignore women effectively and tastefully, showing self-control and confidence. If you're having a conversation with a woman, whether it's just small talk or something more serious, when the conversation starts to wind down, politely say goodbye and walk away. Don't hang around, hoping for another chance to talk to her. You're not being rude. You're just showing her that you don't need her attention or approval as much as other people might. The fact that a stoic man values his own time and treats others with care shows that he doesn't need anyone's approval to feel good about himself. Texting is a common way to flirt and communicate in this digital age, but sending too many texts can come off as desperate and needy, especially if you don't know the person well. If you're interested in a woman, is being flirty or sending mixed signals to see if you're interested, don't rush to respond. Instead, take your time, think about your values, and act accordingly. This kind of measured response not only shows that you are emotionally stable, but it also makes you stand out as someone who is grounded and sure of himself. By living by these Stoic principles, you naturally give off an air of confidence and stability. Women are naturally drawn to men who exhibit these traits because they signal a strong foundation and an ability to handle life's ups and downs with grace. When you stop caring excessively about seeking approval and instead focus on cultivating your own inner strength, you become more appealing and intriguing. Remember, emotional stability isn't about being detached or indifferent, but about maintaining your center amidst the chaos. It's about showing that you can be calm and collected, no matter what external challenges come your way. This kind of resilience is not only attractive, but also essential for building meaningful and lasting connections. In essence, when you practice Stoic principles and build emotional stability, you are not only enhancing your own life, but also creating a dynamic where women will naturally be more inclined to pursue you. They will see you as a pillar of strength and reliability, someone who is worth their time and attention. This approach will not only make you more attractive, but will also lead to deeper, more authentic relationships. Today, we learned some interesting things about the subtle power of strategic detachment and how it relates to the age-old wisdom of Stoicism. Remember that focusing on your own growth, instead of constantly seeking approval from others, can make you more appealing and lead to more genuine, respectful relationships. Stoicism says that being indifferent is not the point. The point is to value yourself and keep your emotional independence, which makes you more attractive in a strange way. Keep your cool and your independence, and let the goal of self-improvement and inner peace lead you, not the temporary approval of others. If you work on these virtues, you'll not only look better to other people, but you'll also be happier with your own life. Thanks for joining us on this journey to look at how ancient philosophy can help you in your relationships today. Don't forget to like and share this video if it helped you. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences about today's topic. We love hearing from you and seeing how these ideas apply to your own lives. For more videos on how Stoicism can change your daily life, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. If you want to learn more about how Stoicism can help with personal relationships, check out our suggested videos right here. Always remember that investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. Until next time.